Hello and welcome back to Incorrect Reflection Simulator 2015. In that we'll give you reflections that look vaguely correct, like this yellow and black, but we're actually reflecting something that isn't there. Look, there's no yellow and black here. There used to be some yellow and black because you can change the colour of this. Even so, there wasn't a line of it going away in this direction. So there we go, welcome to Wrong Reflection Simulator 2015. If you were with us previously in our slightly differently titled Car Mechanic Simulator episodes, you might know, or might not know, that we are now about to strip and refit this, or rebuild, to keep. Yeah, that's all there is to it really. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. So first things first, let's sell some stuff from our previous GT20 purchasings. How do I do this? Sell all for 172 years, please. Okay, we've already fixed up the bodywork that was there, so we don't need to do that. As you can see, it's nice and shiny. So first things first, we're gonna strip it down, man. Strip it down. So we're gonna take all this chocolate off. And there we go. That's it really. I'm gonna take all the chocolate off. Woo. Yeah. Woo indeed. Yeah, it's a slightly different setup for this car, of course. Take out the shock absorber before the spring. There we go, missed the spring then. Alright, so tie rods. Most of it's the same, to be fair, just a few differences hither and yon. Might actually be easier with it up in the air, to be honest. Alright. Stripping out the chocolate. Let's stick it all to one side, melt it all down, turn it into nice chocolatey treats for the kiddies. It is almost the holiday season after a way. It's the holiday season, I guess. It's October onwards, it's holiday season in the Western world, inverted commas. Depending whether you're in... Oh god, come on, button presses. There we go. I'm doing button presses in the wrong order. Because if you're in America, things start early because Thanksgiving's the big thing there, whereas for us it's, and Halloween is a big thing there, where it's not really a big thing here. It's gotten slightly bigger, mainly because we're kind of emulating the Americans. But generally speaking, it's not a great big thing. Thanksgiving, of course, we don't have, that's nothing to do with us. And Christmas is kind of the one for here, that everyone gets excited about. All the family come together for, etc. Alright, that's all that malarkey. Let's get off. And that should come out. Oh no, we've still got some bush. Bush can be great. It can be very useful, but it can also stop you doing what you need. There we go. Get rid of the bush. That's still connected. Okay, what can we do in the engine block whilst we're up in the air? Not a lot. Okay. Do the rest of the running gear then whilst we've got it in the air. Yeah. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Just do it all through this little hole. No, maybe it's not worth trying. Dum dum dum. Dum da dum dum. Oh dear, makes me go south part. Awesome. Right, so that's that there. Oh, there we go. Off you come, get your little bush out. That should come off then, yes. Taking out the bush, fuel pump then fuel tank. Better than chocolate wee. Ew. Alright. Take out your bushes. Slightly more complicated rear end than the previous vehicle we were playing with, the GT20. But not too bad. Come on, let me finger your bush. There we go. Alright. Alright, and okay, we need to take it down to have a go at the engine area. So it goes fairly swift strip down so far. I mean, I suppose it should be by now, shouldn't I? I mean, we get done enough of these things. Alright. Slides out. The exhaust manifold. Insert joke about origami or something. Or the equivalent, metal folding. This wouldn't be called origami, would it now? Oh, that comes off first, does it? That'll be why it's bonging at me. No, you can't do that. Stop it. Alright. Abs pump. Actually, think of 5. Yep, that's right. I wasn't a fan, don't worry. Just, you know, you can become aware of these things, whether you want to or not. At least that's my story. There's a tensioner here, is there, that I need to get off? Yeah, there it is. It's called belt tensioner. It would be easier to see if it wasn't all completely uniform chocolate colour. Alright. Take off all this proboscis and the timing thingamajig. And then the belt and so forth. Oh yeah, I have to take out the air freshener as well. The air freshener, the air filter. It's quite a good looking air filter, that one. Good looking, by that I mean, you know, decent quality. So, whoa, look at that air filter. Whoa. That's not what I meant. Oh dear. Little spark plugs. This is very similar at this point to the engine for the i6, but it's just lots and lots less crap holding it all together, which is really nice. You know, instead of 14 camshaft caps, we've got none, which is that's an improvement as far as I'm concerned. No valve rods, no rocker arms that I've noticed. I've already taken them out without realising. Alright, fuel filter. Gearbox have to be underneath for. Right, okay, let's lift it up time. Part of the yo-yo engine debuild. Do you call it a debuild? No, probably not. Alright. Zip. I need to get the oil pan as well. The oil catcher. That's its name, I think, isn't it? Oil buddy. Oil catcher. That's certainly what we should have called it. Alright, let's get the oil catcher. You'd think these days you just have a tube that you'd stick on the end of it that sucked it all into a big hopper that would then be collected by the city's industrial waste unit. Look at these yellow and black reflections. I don't think I mentioned them at all previous episode. Wow. Wow. The last episode I was complaining there's too much oil. That had literally, like, you know, a small carton worth of oil in it. Not sure that was really juicing the engine. Now, when the engine looks like chocolate, it's presumably ripped apart by its own internal workings. Yeah, 3. There's a decent number. Look, 3 crankshaft caps, not 52, or however many it was in the i6 one. It's probably only 4 or 5, but still. Grrr. No, I don't want to be assembling anything just yet. Still disassembling. Come on, out your pot. So, there we go. Done that, and then we put it up in the air again. crankshaft out, and then down again. Lift out the engine block. So there we go, all of the bits removed in about 9 minutes roughly. Okay, let's see how many we can fix. Pow pow pow, breaking your stuff, pow pow pow, more than 1 in 10, pow 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 pow. Okay, evened out a bit. Pow pow. Yeah, whatever. Right, so get it all to 100%, and then sell all the junk. Yeah, and then order it by condition, and then sell all the shit that's 100%. There we go. And then, basically, you stick it all back in. It's as simple as that. He said. Not really being simple at all. No, not them. So, no alternator. Okay. Right, yeah. What? Vaguely looking at it. Buy all these bits and put them back in. Yellow and black. Look at the yellow and black reflections. Grr, grr. Yellow and black reflections. Grr. Alright, got one of those. That's good. Steering rack. Yes. Front steering knuckle. Good. Some of these bits seem to fix more easily than others. I don't know if there's a... something I probably would do actually is give everything a quotient of how easy it is to fix. And that would feed into the whether it got fixed or not somehow. Anyway, I'm not doing that, don't need to worry about it. And my experience would be as well that if you did bring out something like that, the dev team would go, oh, that's far too complicated, and they'd ignore it or tell you how they want it all different, and then later on in the project they'd be like, we wanted a bit more of an interesting system for that thing. It's like, well, we gave you that fucking system. If you liked it then, if you trusted us, we didn't just suggest it for the, benefit of our own fucking listening to our own voice. Lower suspension arm times 2. My mouse is literally on it. Last place you look. Right, so that's that. I got the upper suspension. No upper suspension arm. Okay. Rubber bush. Get your rubber bush. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I don't mind having to take these out and replace them every now and again, but when you're removing the whole thing, the whole cross-member support, I don't understand why you have to take them out then, and also why when you install it, it doesn't come with them already. Why wouldn't it? I say, why wouldn't it? For reasons. Front wheel hub. Front wheel hub. Thank you very much. There we go. Lower suspension arm and in and outer tie rod. Go on, in your pot. There we go. Spring. Shock absorber. And a little cap. Jaunty cap. So, there, where's the sway bar jobber? Oh, because we don't have the sway bar on yet. Front sway bar. Front sway bar. There we go, and then we've got the sway bar links on. Oh, we don't have A's. Sway bar link A. Is it a front sway bar? I've already forgotten. Probably not. Sway bar front link A. Let's hope it was A's. Already forgotten. It was A's. Woo! I'd say that was a victory for my memory, but it wasn't so much memory as guess. There we go. Ooh, let's put the bushes in. Have we put the bush in on this side? No. Equal bush all around. There we go. All round the bush, round the bush. Wheel hub, right, lovely jubbly. We need a gearbox, all sorts of things. Let's go down the rear end, see if we can put some of this stuff in. No, so what's that? Rear suspension crossmember. Without its rubber bushes. Rubber bush, there we go. And on the other side, please. There we go. So it's this rear sway bar A. Rear axle. Rear wheel hub. Awesome. I do need some small rubber bushings. Thought we did, but I couldn't remember for what. There we go. There we pop them in there. All these different bits to the rear suspension. So rear springs. Need a spring cap. 2 rear springs and probably 2 shock absorber caps. Yep. Alright. And a sway bar end link and a rear shock absorber A. That's rear sway bar doobly-doo. I forgot what it's called now, of course. Ooh. Blah 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 blah. So let's go and have another look at what's it called. Sway bar rear end link. Well, why can't I see that? So I'm looking for the shape. Sway bar rear end link. There it is. Dupe. Multi-bolts. Dupe. Multi-bolts. What else? Oh yes, rear suspension arm B. Rear suspension upper arm. So many bits and pieces. Rear suspension arm. More bush required. Two more bits of bush. Bush lump. That sounds fairly uncomfortable, doesn't it? Oh, I've got a bush lump. Yeah, right, so what goes in the middle here? Wheel hub cap. Okay, so, and on the other side, come on. Come on. There we go. And there we are. Suspension arm A. And sway bar. Oops. Shock absorber and spring cap jiggers. There we go. So that's the rear suspension upper arm. Rear suspension upper arm, yes. That's lovely doubly. And then about this one at the front, we've got this rear suspension arm bit. Oh, we've got one of those. Good, good. So it's this we didn't have, the rear suspension arm. Right. With this little bit of bush. Alright, so then we need a fuel tank. Let's get that now. Engine, fuel tank. Fuel tank and a fuel pump, which I probably already have, because I only have them when I bought them without looking. Yeah, typical. Right, wheel hub cap, yes. Alright, so it's just brakes around the back here now, I think. Alright, let's bring it down, do some more engine work. Quick sup of drink. Right. So, where are we here? We need to put in some pistons. No. Why can't I put any pistons in? So, I haven't put the crankshaft in yet. Let's put it back up in the air again then, I guess. Oh yeah, and put the crankshaft caps on as well, whilst we're here and all that. Crankshaft bearing cap, one of. Crankshaft bearing cap. Excuse me. Let's peer around the ghost of the exhaust. There we go. Right, whilst we're up in the air, I can sickeningly move the camera about. No, oh, excuse me. Flywheel, clutch plate, clutch pressure plate, and the clutch release bearing. Gearbox, good. Got one of them. Saves me buying the wrong ones, as often, well, this occasionally happens. Front drive shaft, yes. Starter, no, not from here. Drive axles, oh yeah, that'd be useful. Cool. Yeah, let's have some of them. Okay, so that's good. Oh yeah, we need an alternator. Engine, alternator, yeah. Can't do it from here, of course. We need an air filter and a battery. Can we put on the air? No, we can't put on the air, the oil tray yet. We've got to put in the pistons. Pistons. So 4 pistons. Avec le conrod. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, good. And then we can keep building up. Engine head. Now camshafts. Cam gear, just generic cam gear, I assume. Yeah, generic cam gear. Cam gear, and then what's this? Timing belt. Timing belt. Timing belt cover, nice. Nice to see we've got that too. Air filter cover, yeah. Clips. 3 of. So we need a clip. Was that clip A? Clip A. Alright, so we need a crankshaft pulley I4. Crankshaft pulley I4. We need a water pump, an alternator we bought. Water pump I4 we've got. Idle roller A. Idle roller A. Serpentine belt B. And then serpentine belt A. And a belt tensioner. Okay, that's all of that. No, engine head cover I4. I put sparkles in, so I can read 4 sparkles. Spark plug 1, 2, 3, 4, and then engine head cover I4. Engine head cover I4. Alright, so sparks. Sparks. There we go. Engine head cover. Levels, doubles. Then we've got a fuel rail DI, lovely. Intake manifold, yes. Lovely. And we've got a throttle device, some throttle I4, lovely. Fuel filter, fuel filter. There we go. And right here, brake servo. Right, abs set up, yeah, abs pump, don't have one of them, so an abs pump. An abs module, which we have managed to fix up somehow. Just hammering it straight, or whatever. Oh yeah, we need the ignition coils, of course, to finish off the engine. Ignition coils. I think that was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press all the wrong buttons. Alright, so we're getting there. Getting there. So we need brakes and exhaust. Let's pop it up in the air. I need to put the oil pan on as well. Brakes, exhaust and oil pan so far, things I can remember. So, oil pan. Oil filter I4. Front exhaust section. Catalytic converter and a middle muff. Exhaust pipe. And a rear muffler. Alright, and then brakes. We are going to need brake disc ventilated and so forth. Brake disc, pad, caliper. Okay, we need 3 more calipers. Actually, I might want fancy wheels on it, mightn't I? When I say might, I mean do. So we need 3 more of those. And we're going to fancy up the wheels, so forget that. Okay, so if we check, got 2 rims missing, the manifold, starter, and something else I didn't bother reading. I already forgot what it was. What was it? Exhaust manifold, manifold cover, and starter. So they probably all require it being lower down. Almost there. Just gotta stay on target. Exhaust manifold, cool. And glorified foil cover. And then a starter motor. Got all that, awesome. So there we go, I think that's all the engine parts. Did we put 1 wheel on or something? Is that why it looks... oh no, there it is. How queer. Right, so now we have to look at the exciting parts for the Katagiri Katsumoto. So let's look at the tuner shop. Rims, we just buy any of these, I think. I'm going to buy 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, bodywork. So it's a Katagiri Katsumoto. Front bumper A or B. Can't tell the difference. I'll go for B. Let's have a hood. Headlight B. Taillight A. Rear bumper A. Taillight B. Yeah, whatever that was that I said. Alright. So, let's remove the headlights. Okay. Headlight B, I guess. Bumper B. That's a little bit more body kit-esque, isn't it? Kit-esque. Oh, we've got the hood as well. Wait for it to completely disappear before we ask. There we go. We've got a scoop. And then we can take out that tail light. Put on the fancy bumper. Tail light A. And tail light A. There we go, looks pretty cool. So we need doors and a right fender. Wing, whatever you call it. Doors. A right fender. So the right fender, okay, is that what I needed? Door, right fender. Left door. Alright, and that was just the fancy rims. Woo! Getting there. Nope. No, how do I... If it's not the one under the cursor when you select the part, it's a bit confusing sometimes. I'm so used to just clicking the... Yes, I want that one. Alright. There we go. Alright, I think that's everything. Alright, so let's paint it a ridiculously purple colour. And that is another job done. And it's one for keeps. So I'm just going for a dark purple this time. How does that look? It's pretty mean. Woo! There we go. Katagiri Katsumoto, all done up nicely. Purple and fancy wheels. Nice little headlight things. Scoop on the front bonnet. Things on the rear. Hey! Alright. Woo! Etc. Excitement. Excitement, she wrote. Alright, let's go and have a look at it in place. I don't know why I need to do this. Ooh, there it is. There we go. So we have added another one to our list. We've got 90 grand in the bank. So it's partly to do with having sold the car before that. So we're well flush and ready for another auction trip should we want one. So thanks for watching. Come back next time. We'll do more of that and, of course, getting angry at dodgy reflections. Thank you very much.